Hey everyone, here's the water heater. I have plumbed this thing going outside and we're gonna spray 140 degree water up into the air. And right now the air temperature outside is about -35. And I'm gonna show you, you spray the steaming hot water with the nozzle into the air. It doesn't come back down, it completely vaporizes into a cloud. Hear that squeaky snow? That happens when the temperature is far below zero. One of the joys of living up north. A few days ago, we just had a 25-inch snowfall. Look at this. It's a lot of it. And tonight, it's down. This is one of the coldest nights we've had. And now we're gonna shoot a jet of water up. And 140 degrees is what the water heater is set at. It's about -30 or -35. So that is like 175 degree difference. Am I correct? That's a lot of difference. Let's get this hose set up. Now this hose, as soon as it runs out of hot water, I have to drain it and bring the hose in the house immediately. In this weather, if I was to stop flowing the hose, it would freeze up in a couple minutes, frozen solid. That's one of the giant problems firefighters have in this kind of weather. And this hose is empty. If I stop doing this at any time, I have to drain the hose immediately and bring it inside, because this will freeze up very fast. Just connecting my thing. We're gonna try a couple different settings, but I know jet setting goes freaking far. I bet that's gonna leak. Just wait for it to get hot. It's not hot yet. Wait for it. It's getting hotter. It's getting hotter. Is it there yet? I don't think it's there yet. There we go. Look at that, everyone. The water's not landing. It's literally vaporizing and nothing is coming back down to the ground. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. Now, if we shut the hose off, this line will freeze immediately. Look at that. 140 degree water. As you see, it's not coming back down anywhere. It's so cold out. About -30 degrees Fahrenheit. Now let's try some different settings with this thing. I gotta get my other glove back on. It's extremely cold. We're making such big clouds in the sky of steam. Let's try, look at that setting. That is totally awesome. Look at that. This is dripping a bit. My hands are gonna be covered in ice by the end of this, I bet. Let's go another setting. Oh, wow, look at that. Wow. Different setting. Whoa. Flat one, wow. So cool. Shower. Flood. Lame, because it's going right down to the ground. Whoa, mist. Woo. It's a pretty good one. This is one of my favorites. And jet. This one's jet. I really like that one, but this is probably the best one we can see. Look at that. so awesome. Turning it down really low. I gotta keep it going or the line will freeze up, quite literally. Look at that. Look at all that steam that we're making right here. It is extremely cold out tonight. That works so awesome. It's literally vaporizing it completely. That is so awesome. Heating back up. Let's give it another go. All right, everybody. It's now dawn. It looks beautiful as the sun is rising above the snow-covered pine trees. Temperatures are now dipped extremely low. All right, let's start this thing back up. It's gonna take a few minutes to purge the lines. All right, just wait for it. We gotta wait for the hot water to get into the lines. Here we go. You're gonna start seeing it steam up more and more. That was my breath. All right, everyone, here it is. That actually took a while for the hot water to get out here. Wow. But look at that. That's what happens when you have 140-degree water coming out of a water heater into -30. Look at that. So much steam. Look at that. Got different settings. Flood, nothing. But look at that. Mist. Jet. That's awesome. My favorite. Look at that. That's a cone. Cone shape. Jet. Flat. And shower. So much steam. Look at that. Got different settings. Flood, nothing. But look at that. Mist, jet. That's awesome. My favorite. Look at that. That's a cone. Cone shape. Jet. Flat. And shower. Now we're going to get some faraway shots of me spraying this. Now we're going to get some faraway shots of me spraying this. Guys, check it out. My beard completely froze from playing in the mist. Because you saw when I sprayed myself a little bit. Get back to it. And look at that. It was off like a minute, literally a minute, just to look at the camera. The line is already cold. We gotta wait for the line to heat back up. It'll get there. Here it is. We just have to wait for it to get back in the house. Whoa. Now my whole body's gonna be covered in ice. That's really cool though. Let all this clear. There's so much steam around here. Wow, it's going everywhere. This is so awesome. I've always seen people do throwing boiling water up in these cold temperatures, but I've never seen anybody use hot water hooked up to the water heater before in this kind of weather. Pretty awesome, and we have a great sunrise coming up right now. Guys, I sprayed my jacket by accident earlier. Now my whole jacket's all crunchy and stiff. The water's a bit cool because I had it off for a few minutes, but we'll wait for it to heat up again. No, it looks like the water heater definitely ran out again, right? No. It seems like there's less than there was. Still pretty hot. Whoa. Ooh. Yeah, it's still really hot. We're out of hot water. Once the sun completely comes up, we'll get some daytime footage. Yeah, if I did this when I started, I would have got so burned. This water's too cold now. It's literally falling to the ground instead of vaporizing. The whole ground over here is gonna be like freezing rain sheet. If I keep spraying it, maybe it'll be even thick enough to walk on. Wow, guys. My eyelashes, everything's frozen from being inside that mist. This is so cool. You don't get temperatures this cold often in New England when you're down to -35. Look at this stuff all over me. It froze instantly. Wow, if I shut my eyes for a few seconds, you can actually feel them stick a little bit. That's kind of cool. Haven't felt that feeling since I was like maybe 5 or 7 and I had pink eye. You had to use like a warm cloth to get it to open again. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. This is where everything was landing as it started to get cold. Yeah, that would take many layers to stand on. All right, everybody, the sun is finally up. And here comes the water starting to heat up. Still very cold out. Wow, hear that awesome sound as it hits the ice that I just showed you on the ground? Watch that. We get the jet. Look at all that beautiful steam. That's a cool one, the cone. Who agrees? This actually kind of looked better at night with the dark background compared to day. This was a cool experiment that we decided to try today. Believe it or not, I just installed a hot water outdoor faucet, and it says for year-round use, freeze-proof. Guess what I did before even starting to film this? I just wanted to see if it would work. Spray it around for a while, right? Shut the faucet off, which has a valve rod that goes into the building about 8 inches. And yet I go back to use it and it's frozen. I put my hand on it to turn it and I literally strip out the inside of it. So that's $150 down the drain. I just purchased another one and I'm gonna have to install that when it comes. And now I learned on cold weather like this, turn it on, use it once, have my fun, and then wait until the next thaw before you touch it again. That's what I learned. It's not actually freeze-proof like it's advertised, but it is still going to be good for the reason I installed it, and that is for washing the car when it is slightly above freezing, but too cold to touch water that's not heated. Exactly why I installed it. But this right here, this is hooked directly to the water heater. I have the hose coming out a window right now. In between all these clips, I pull it back through the window to make sure none of this freezes. Because this line, you see if I shut it off a minute, it stops making steam. It takes away the heat from this hose in literally a minute. I bet I'm losing a lot of temperature just hosing it out here. It's amazing. What if I just go and full water pressure? Let's see. Unfortunately, because I broke the outside faucet, I can't use a 3/4 inch hose. This thing is hooked up to a 1/2 inch pipe, so you don't get as much current, but still a ton. That's not very exciting, but it's warm. Let's use my hand. Wow, that is still burning hot. Can't do it more than a few seconds. Look at that. Let's do it by hand until the water heater runs out. Look at that. Ouch. Yeah, it's definitely cooling down. No way I'm touching 140 degrees with my thumb and being able to keep it on here these couple seconds. Yeah, this is barely steaming anymore. Probably because I'm not misting it as much, but also I can tell just by how I'm able to touch it. Yeah, the water heater already cooled down. It's only a 30-gallon water heater. It doesn't last long. Gives us maybe a 20-minute shower at low flow. Out here, got 5 minutes of hot water, unless you mix it with cold water, but that defeats the whole purpose. Well, everyone, I hope this video was interesting. Thanks for watching, and here's a time lapse of me running out the water heater before we drain this hose and button it up for today.